Alright guys, welcome to today's video, and today we have Frieza versus 20 villains. And if you guys don't know, this is by the YouTube channel Super Rami. He's at 60k right now. He's been growing bit by bit ever since I've run into his channel. Hopefully guys, he can get it to 100k this year. Please, if you have not followed him, haven't showed support, please show him some love. And yeah guys, we're gonna be getting into this video. This is another Jubilee parody. And I'm not gonna lie, I've got a feeling that this is probably gonna be one of my favorites, because especially in like anime and a lot of like comics overall, I love the villains. Seriously, there's so many villains. Even as you see right there, you see Madara, Light, bro, we see Magneto in the corner over there, and of course we got this other person from, I swear that's from Guts, isn't it? From Berserker, innit? But yeah guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let's get right into this.
I am the Galactic Emperor Frieza, and today I am surrounded by 20 villains.
Hey, let's do this. This is gonna be sick.
My first claim is of every sovereign to ever draw breath. None have ruled a collective with my level of perfection.
Whoa. Not really.
You are not a true leader, Frieza. You are a mascot.
Calling me a mascot while dressed in that glorified life support system is almost impressive in its irony.
I have followers who fear and respect me in equal measure. What you have, Frieza, is a fan club.
My followers are terrified of me. Every waking moment of their miserable lives is spent hoping they don't displease me.
You pander to them. They offer a sliver of loyalty, and you reward them with comfort, resources, a place in your empire.
That's what you
My
say.
followers obey because the mere thought of defiance is enough to stop their hearts. The only thing I give them is permission to keep breathing.
What are you talking about? I destroyed the homeworld of every soldier in my army. I reduced everything they ever loved to ash before I offered them a place at my side.
And yet the words, "I surrender and pledge my service," are all it takes to transform you from conqueror to caretaker.
I do it because a living weapon is more useful than a corpse, you asthmatic relic.
Pretty
I
much,
erase their past so I can own their future.
Just to give him free high-tech housing in one of your planets.
I am perfectly willing to execute any one of them the moment they step out of
We
line.
both know that's not entirely true. I have done it. I have executed those who failed me, to ensure others do not.
Which only proves my superiority. I don't need to enforce discipline. They don't cross me because I have built a structure in which crossing me is simply unthinkable.
There is no structure, Frieza. There is no line. Your soldiers do as they please, so long as the mission is completed. You call that an empire. I call it a loose arrangement of shared interests. It is soft.
Call it whatever you like. It works.
Fear works better.
No, it doesn't. When you give them stability, they perform better. When you treat them well, they become loyal. They will risk everything for you. They will come back from the brink of death for you.
Am I hearing
will
this
still.
correctly?
What?
The self-proclaimed embodiment of cruelty just admitted that loyalty built on devotion is superior to loyalty built on fear.
That is not what I said.
You said it is better when they
He's
care
trying it
about
still.
you than when they merely fear you.
That is not what I meant.
You want to be admired, even loved.
Say love one more time, and I will unplug you myself.
Now this conversation between Darth Vader and Frieza, this was an actual good conversation, and Darth Vader is trying. He was trying to trick man up there, trying to be like, oh yeah, these times you're, like, I would personally argue that like not every villain is 100% bad. Because I swear Darth Vader, he's only like that because of his thought his loved one was dead and all of this type of stuff. So I don't know what he's like. Darth Vader's a bit on the mad thing still. Like, he's only like that because he lost his girl and he was manipulated. Let's be real. Even at the end, Darth Vader was there like, oh, trying to protect his son and all of this stuff. So yeah, I don't know what he's thinking. Like Frieza's been a complete bastard since the beginning of anime. He is one of anime's first villains. He's one of like the most iconic villains ever. He is the reason why Goku even turned Super Saiyan in the first place. And the way he messed up with Vegeta, he messed with Vegeta so much, it was crazy. Like, he literally destroyed his home planet. Like, bro, this is, like, Frieza's OP. He's, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm 100% on Frieza's side here. I don't know what Darth Vader's talking about. Like, yeah, he's killed a bunch of, the little kids at, Mission 66 or something like that. But yeah, I know Darth Vader, he's done some shit here and there, but he has not been like evil from the get-go. Anytime Frieza's ready to do some shit, he's on it. So, and yeah, of course he's worked with Goku in the Tournament of Power and all of this, just so he can not be where he's at, like, quite frankly, like, just so he can do something. And plus, he's back into the scene now, so, bro, that was their biggest mistake, in all honesty.
If anyone here truly fulfilled his grand design, it was me.
Weren't you erased from existence by, like, a discount Power Ranger?
I won. Reality itself had to be rewritten to take that victory from me.
It doesn't change the fact that you had 14,604 to 14,605 chances to win, and you still lost.
You can't talk to me about chances when you've been given chance after chance. You were literally brought back from death just to lose again.
I don't know why everyone sees that as a failure. My resurrections aren't a weakness. I see them as proof of my superiority. Even death can't stop me.
You're really proud of dying, aren't you?
How many times have you been revived?
Irrelevant. The point is that I completed my goal. I gathered all 6 Infinity Stones. From all across the universe, you weren't even able to gather 7 Dragon Balls from 1 planet.
Perhaps I struggle because I contend with gods who erase planets as a warm-up, while you're busy fighting a man in a metal suit, a guy with a frisbee, a gymnast, and an archer.
Are we doing power scaling now? I'd strongly advise you to think carefully before going down that road with me.
Why? Do you think you can beat me?
I think I could remove you from existence with a gesture.
Pathetic. Invoking the stones is the same as me saying I could wish you out of reality with the Dragon Balls. It's a borrowed power, not yours. The weapon doesn't make the wielder impressive.
Except you never had the Dragon Balls.
And yet, without them, without your glorified jewelry and your color-coded bedazzled gauntlet, I could dismantle your entire empire with a single finger, not even 2.
Honestly, if I had been humiliated as consistently and as thoroughly as you have, I'd probably have used that finger on myself.
Now, Thanos tried to take the piss right there, but at the end of the day, like, Thanos does have a point. Frieza's not had the Dragon Balls, but Frieza doesn't need the Dragon Balls to start destroying worlds. He can literally blast, like, just do one blast and destroy a whole planet. So, like, Thanos is powerful, but he's only, like, you know, like, he's not that powerful compared. Like, what is his strongest move? Thanos. Like, he needs to pull out the gauntlet that someone else has to make for him, and when he uses the stones, like, he just about barely survives the encounter. Like, that's another thing. At least with the Dragon Balls, these men, they use the wish and no one gets hurt, and give it some time, you could use the Dragon Balls again. But yeah, it is crazy, but I have to agree that Frieza is a much superior villain than Thanos. Like, Thanos is not there. Like, Thanos is not doing what Frieza's doing. Like, yeah, Thanos has done some fucked up shit, like messing with, like, empires and destroying civilizations and everything. But Frieza's been doing that for his whole life, like, since he was little. Like, he's literally, I swear, pretty much gotten rid of, like, half the galaxy, like, in terms of, like, how many species was working under the Empire and all of this craziness, like, bro. But yeah, I have to agree with Frieza. Frieza's way more powerful than this guy. And I don't know why he was talking about power scaling as well, because, yeah, because Frieza is way more powerful than you, especially if we're talking about Frieza, like, black, like, That's gonna destroy everyone when that comes out.
I am the most successful villain to ever draw breath. That isn't a claim, it's a fact.
I simply want to know what exactly you're the most successful at. Dying?
That's very clever coming from the Timu cell. Dying repeatedly and still maintaining dominion over my universe is precisely the measure of my success. Even death couldn't hold me. We can't say the same for you now, can we?
I died after I succeeded. You died after you failed. The order of operations matters.
If you're prepared to call dying of nuclear poisoning success and surviving a planet's destruction failure, then I'm forced to conclude that, unlike your body, your intellect is perfectly ant-sized.
I would have considered you one of the few as accomplished as I am, if you didn't prove otherwise with your own actions.
My own actions? Fascinating. The king of insects is speaking in riddles now. Do enlighten me. Which actions exactly?
We are more similar than you think.
Oh, I do. You were plagiarized from a character who were created to replicate me in the first place. You are the copy of my copy.
We were both born more powerful than everyone in our worlds. But the difference is this. You never once felt like you were enough. You chased external power your entire life. And when that failed, you started training your already superior body just to stay ahead in the rat race. I didn't. I was born perfect. So I perfected the mind.
Perfect.
I reached enlightenment. You don't even know who you are.
Enlightenment? Having the potential to rule your world and choosing to die with an ugly blind girl is enlightenment to you?
Naturally, bro.
If delusion counts as wisdom, then yes, you truly are a king. But remember this, your story ended the moment you understood humanity. Mine
You change
continues
your goals,
because I never
identity,
needed it.
and even personality every time you fail. You're not successful, Frieza.
Oh, he doesn't.
Your ignorance makes it impossible for you to succeed. And that is why you'll never surpass me. You can conquer worlds, but you'll never conquer yourself.
Alright guys, this guy's talking a whole lot of nonsense when you're talking about conquering yourself. Bruv, how the fuck can you conquer yourself without actually doing anything? At least Frieza is actually training. And that's the crazy thing. He's actually getting in to the whole thing. Like, he was thinking more like this idiot anyway before. That he was already like, let's say, perfect how he is. And then he realized, like, bro, that's not the case. You need to upgrade yourself. You need to be stronger to be your ultimate best self. Well, this guy here is talking about just being happy, being what you are, like, and it's like, don't get me wrong, that works for some people, but not for most people. That's just nonsense still. And for me, I would prefer a character that actually needs to put in the work to keep developing, to keep growing, and not just get killed and then that's the end of it. Like this guy, like, I don't know what he's talking about.
You know what I think the actual
Homelander,
problem is?
Enlighten me.
This whole labeling system. Good, evil, right, wrong. It's small. It's a human invention, built by people who needed a way to manage those who were better than them. And you just accept it. You let them put you in a box built by your inferiors. Why?
Because I don't need to pretend those words don't apply to me in order to feel comfortable with myself. That's your game, not mine.
But they
Literally.
don't apply. That's the point. If you are the strongest, then you determine what those words even mean. You don't answer to a standard you didn't author.
Above consequences? Certainly. Above definition. That's a much more charming fantasy.
It isn't a fantasy. If you shape what the world looks like, then you shape what actions mean. There is no higher court. There is no standard above the one you set.
How amusing. You claim to reject the opinions of the weak, yet everything you're saying is built around rising above them. Even now, you're constructing a system where you are loved, which means you still care what they think of you. Unlike you, I don't.
Peak greatness is having everything. Everything. Power, control, fear, admiration.
Nothing.
I don't pick and choose like you. I want it all. Even the things that contradict each other. I don't need their love. I just want it. I want to be the greatest being in existence. That's what puts me above
You
all
are
of
desperately trying to wrap yourself in divinity, using the very human approval you claim to be above. To want
Literally.
everything and its opposite is not greatness. It is insecurity, refusing to choose what it truly is.
I find it very hard to take Homelander serious with the stuff that he's saying when he's there sneaking in breast milk to suck on, bro. What is up with this guy? Like, bro, this guy, he's on a mad thing, fam. I'm telling you. He is not making any sense. And he's the most political villain or like type of idiot that I have seen. Like when he's talking about, oh yeah, this, everything he's saying is technically within like political bullshit and like trying to like spit a narrative, if that makes sense. And bro, Frieza, he don't give a shit about any of that, bro. Like, why does he need to do that? He doesn't need to do that. Like, come on, let's think about it. Why would he need to convince them of shit? Like, even though Frieza's done it with the Saiyans and that, pretend like it was someone else who destroyed their planet and all of this type of stuff, just so he can manipulate them to do, like, what was they doing? The Saiyans was going to planets, capturing them for the Empire, and that's how Frieza used the Saiyans to grow his empire. Homelander's just on a mad thing. I'm like, trust me, like Homelander is nowhere near the level of how Frieza is. And I know so far I'm like defending the hell out of Frieza, but in all honesty, like, yeah, like it's just how it is. Frieza is just a top notch like level. Your best bet is getting like someone like, I swear, Darkseid and like, probably a few other guys. Like Madara is sick as well. I really hope we get Madara up in here. That will be legendary, I'll be real.
Oh, Frieza.
Joker,
I'm not
bro.
even sure you qualify as a villain.
Is that so? Would you like to compare records? Number of people killed, or number of times we've been killed?
I think you're the only one in this panel I can beat on both counts. Because what you do is the
Pretty
opposite of villainy. True villainy is chaos. You create order. As far as I'm concerned, that makes you a
I don't
hero.
create order. I create a hierarchy. One that places me above everyone else, so that I can extract everything they have to offer. That is the oldest game
But no
in
matter
existence.
how
much,
self-serving the hierarchy, it's still structure. It gives people a system to orient themselves around. Landmarks, roles, something to adapt to. You're out here doing civilization's dirty work for free.
I don't care what it gives them.
And that's exactly where you fall short of real villainy. I'm not in this for personal gain. I do what I do to tear apart the false meaning, the manufactured happiness that people wrap around themselves like it's going to protect them. That's a purpose.
You don't do that.
You're just running a business.
And you think rejecting hierarchy gives you some kind of superiority? All it tells me is how terrified you are of where you'd land if any real order were imposed. You rage against the system because you know exactly where the system would put you. Deep down, you dream of being exactly where I am.
No, you're the one who's terrified. You've constructed an entire empire to distract yourself from the fact that you are dust in a world run by a 5-year-old that could erase you out of boredom. You built all of this just so you don't have to think
That
about
doesn't frighten me in the slightest. It thrills me, because I know, with complete certainty, that sooner or later, that power will be mine.
And
Look
that
at
is
you.
exactly what I'm trying to burn down. That hope, that belief that if you just keep climbing, it'll eventually pay off. It won't. Even if you get everything you want, it collapses. It
Oh, John,
always
So you
collapses.
figured it all out, and now you're on a mission to make sure everyone else sees it too. Tell me, how is that villainy? You're not destroying people. You're trying to enlighten them. At the end of the day, you're just another misunderstood idealist who wandered into the
I'm
wrong
not
cause.
interested in good or evil. I'm a reality enforcer. The truth exists whether people want it or not, and I make sure they can't look away from it. If you were in my world, I'd enforce it on you too.
because you clearly still haven't seen it.
I've seen it. I know perfectly well that everyone is scrambling for meaning in a universe that doesn't offer any. The difference between us is that I don't feel the need to run around announcing it to people. I use it. I take the existential void and I build my empire on top of it. Why would I wake the masses up? A desperate population is a manageable one.
Which makes you one of them. You're playing the same game everyone else is, and to me, that's more pathetic than the ones who don't know any
You're
better.
welcome to keep the moral superiority. I'll take the empire.
I have to say that Joker, he is bugging out. Like, Joker is probably the best bet right here, right now, because he at least is actually trying to fuck with Hope. That's why he's always messing with Batman, because he knows Batman is the symbol of hope within Gotham, and he's always onto him. He's trying to fuck with Batman all the time, trying to mess with him in every way possible, which is funny how like both both Joker and Frieza have that in common, that they have actually killed someone that was actually close to the person that they are going after. Like how Krillin got killed from Frieza, and then that's how Goku became Super Saiyan pretty much. And yeah, the same with Joker. He killed the first Robin, Jason Todd, eventually became Red Hood later on. And yeah, it's just a madness. Like, this was a great conversation. Super Remy, you're doing excellent work with these videos. Please keep them up. I personally wish that you had Darkseid. Doctor Doom would have been sick up in here as well. Madara, of course I'm going to say Madara. I love Madara. Like, Naruto was one of my first animes that I full-blown watched, a lot of episodes of. But yeah, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. And if you have, please let me know what you have enjoyed the most. Which part was your favorite? And also, what would you like me to cover? And yeah, guys, we're going to be bringing in some martial arts stuff. We're going to be bringing in some other funny videos here and there into the channel. Hopefully, you're going to enjoy that. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one, guys. All right, bye.